Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be learning how to draft the armhole princess that bustier. If this is what you would like to learn, then please keep on watching. Okay, thank you. The first thing I would like to do is to draw a straight line across the top of my paper, probably half an inch. And then on this line, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement divided by 2 and also my neck width and neck depth measurement of 3 by 3 inches. And also I'm going to take my shoulder to bust point, shoulder to under bust point, and my shoulder to my waist point. From the other side of the line, I'm going to also take the same point, my shoulder to bust point, shoulder to under bust, and shoulder to my waistline or the half length. And I'm going to square these lines across. Now from the shoulder point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch and connect it to the neck width measurement of 3 inches that we did earlier. And then with a curve, connect the neck width and the neck depth together. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to get my chest line, which is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. For me, 7.5. And then from the top of the paper, measuring that point, I'm getting 8.5. I'm going to mark it at the other side of the paper and then connect these 2 points with a straight line together like this. Now on this chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. This is so that we can connect it to the armhole slope and then create our armhole line, just like this. Alright, so this is me extending the line because I would like to label the lines so that you can follow through as I go along in this video. So this is my chest line, my bust line, my under bust line, and also my half length. You can also call it your waistline. Now from my armhole line, I'm going to take half of that measurement, mark it, and then go in by half of an inch. From that half of an inch, I'm going to connect with the straight line to the shoulder tip. Now from the center front of my pattern paper, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4. For me, it's 9 inches. And then I'm going to add half an inch for ease. And then connect with a curve to form our armhole, just like this. Now the next thing we are going to do is to create our bust band, which is your nipple measurement divided by 2. Your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. And then mark this on the bust line, the under bust, and then the half length. And then connect with a straight line, just this way. Now on both sides of the dart line, I'm going to be taking 0.75 inches in total, giving me 1.5 inches. Alright, and I'm going to connect it to the bust line, just like this, to form our dart. Now the next thing we're going to do is to mark our waist measurement divided by 4 on the waistline. For me is 7.25, and I'm going to add back the dart width, which is 1.5 here. Then connect this to the armhole curve on the chest line with a straight line. Okay, please at this point, please subscribe, like, and comment below. Alright, thank you so much. Now on this line, I'm going to take my bust dart measurement of 1.5. This depends on people and sizes. For some is 1, for some is 2 inches. So ensure that you take your measurement. This is the difference between your front length and your back length, okay? Now I'm going to look for the middle point of this, which is 0.75, and come out by half an inch. Now I'm going to connect this half an inch to the chest line and also to the waistline. Whenever we create that, there are always shortages. Okay, so we are trying to make provisions for more space whenever we close that dart. Now here we have our basic bodice ready. Now to alter into an armhole princess dart, point of our armhole, we're going to connect with a straight line to the boss span with a straight line, and then we'll come down by 1.5 on that armhole line, and then connect with a straight line also, but this time around we'll be extending the line outside. And then this extension, we are going to mark 1.5 on this extension. And from this 1.5 points, we are going to recreate our armhole. So we won't be using the former armhole, but this new one we are ruling out. So the next thing we are going to do is to contour the underbust. Here you do this by dividing your underbust by 4 and then add that space taken. Then whatever is left, measure it. This is what I'm doing here. Here I have 1.65. Now there are two ways to do this. You can either divide it into 2 and then place equal measurement on both the center front and the side front. But for me, I'm going to be taking ½ inch on the center front and then the remaining on the side front. Meaning I'm going to give more measurement to my side front and then lesser one to the center front. Now with the aid of your curve, connect the underbust to the bust span and also to the waist line on the first dart leg, just like this, and then turn your curve to the other direction and then connect from the underbust to the bust span and also to the waistline. Okay. And there you have it, and you're almost done. Just for this pointy edge right here, doesn't have to be too pointy this way. So with your curve, blend these 2 points together. So if you've gotten to this point, hey, congratulations, you're there. You're doing so well. I'm happy for you. Now I'm going to just, with my marker pen, rule out the parts where you don't need. So these are the parts we are going to be cutting out. Okay. Now we're going to go over to the back. For the back, we're going to start just like the front, straight line, and then on the straight line, take your shoulder measurement divided by 2, and then your neck width of 3 inches. The neck depth in this case is going to be 1 inch. All right. Then for the shoulder slope, same thing as the front, 1 inch. Okay. Now connect with a straight line to the neck width and then with a curve to the neck depth, just like this. Now we're going to go over and create our chest line. Okay, so for my chest line is 7.5, just like we did in the front, and from the starting point, that's 8.5. Now I'm going to take it to the other part of the paper to create a point and also mark a straight line. And also I'm going to take the half length of the back. Remember for the front we used 17, but the bust dart was 1.5, meaning 17 minus 1.5 will give me 15.5. Alright? For the bust dart in front we used 1.5. So 17 minus 1.5 is going to be 15.5. So whatever it is you have in front, subtract it from the bust dart measurement and that will be your back length measurement. So I'm going to connect this point with a straight line like this and then connect the waistline together too. Now on this chest line, take your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and connect to the shoulder slope to create the armhole. It's basically just like what we did in front. Okay, now divide this line into two. For me, it's 3.75, and then I'm going to come in by half an inch. From that half an inch, I'm going to connect with a straight line to the shoulder tip. Yes, exactly, just like this. Now on this same chest line, I'm going to take my my bust measurement divided by 4, and that gives me 9. Remember, in front we added half inch ease. For the back, we will not be adding any ease. The reason for the ease was for the busts we have in front, but because we don't have any bust in front, at the back, there will be no point adding any ease to it. Now, for the waistline, I like to take my back tightening. Okay, this is to remove any bulging that might be at the back, and I'm going to connect it straight to the chest line like so. And from that waist tightening line, I'm going to take my span, bust span of 3.75 as we did in front, and then I'm going to also take that measurement and place it on the chest line. Okay, if you measure from the center of the paper, it's going to give you 4.25 inches. All right, now for the dart at the back, I'm taking 1 inch and I'm connecting it to the chest line just like this. For the back dart is usually smaller than the front dart. Now next, take your waist measurement divided by 4 and add back your 1 inch. Okay, remember that you're going to be starting from the back tightening line and not from the center line of the paper anymore. Now connect these lines together and voila, your back is done. Yes, the back pattern is very easy. Okay, so I'm marking out the parts where we'll be cutting out. All right. So if you've gotten to those points, congratulations, you've done so well so far. Now we're going to be cutting out these patterns. Please follow closely, okay? If you've not subscribed at this point, why? Please subscribe, like, and share, and also put on your notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I have a new video uploaded. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Now to cut the front, just slash through the dart, crease the bottom line of your bust dart, just like this, and then line it up with the bust line. At this point, I'm going to be taping it together just to close that dart. If you want, you can cut it off, but this is actually better. And then cut off the rest of the parts. Here, I'm trying to align the sides together, but it really wasn't necessary because of the half inch we added. So that half inch took care of whatever shortages we might have had. So you can see that when the armhole aligns together. Here, I'm sorry the camera wasn't capturing that part. I was cutting off the back tightening area. And here you have it, the back pattern and the front pattern of your armhole princess that bustier. Thank you so much. Bye.